Good afternoon students and welcome back in our video lecture with the same topic, the fundamental unit of life. In my previous video lecture we have discussed about cell theory, who discovered cell and what are the postulates of cell theory, then plant cell, animal cell, what is meant by prokaryotic cell, what is meant by eukaryotic cell, what are the characteristics of prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell. All these points we have discussed in my previous video lecture. And one more thing that I want to tell you, cell theory is applicable to all types of plants and animal cells, but only the exceptional case is virus. So students remember this thing, cell theory. For cell theory there is one exception which is virus. So as like our body has many organs. Cell consists of small parts, small organs which we call cell organelles. These cell organelles perform particular function in the cell. So in this video lecture we are going to study about different cell organelles one by one. What are the structure of cell organelle and what are the functions of cell organelles, that we are going to study in this video lecture. So before that I want to tell you, some cell organelles are living and some cell organelles are non-living. So cell membrane, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, ribosomes, plastids which are present in only plant cells, lysosomes, nucleus, centrosome which is present only in animal cell. These parts of cell are living parts, whereas cell wall, vacuoles, granules, fat droplets, these are non-living parts of cell. So in this video lecture we are going to study two main cell organelles of cell, that are cell membrane which we call plasma membrane, and second cell wall which is present in only plant cell. So first cell membrane or plasma membrane. Student, if I will ask you to draw diagram of plant cell or animal cell, so you first draw the outer lining of that diagram. That outer lining is nothing but cell membrane, that is plasma membrane. So what do you think, what is the function of that plasma membrane or cell membrane? Yes, first main function is in any substance or in any plant or any animal, many cells are just composed together to form whole body. So many neighboring cells are there. So first important function of that cell membrane is to separate the component which is present in the cell from neighboring cells. Means these cells just separate because of cell membrane. Then this plasma membrane is living and it is also a thin and flexible. So it is called selectively permeable membrane. Why it is called selectively permeable membrane, that I will explain by giving example of house. House consists of walls and also roof. So what is the function of walls? Many in our house, many walls are there, that's why many we can separate rooms, different rooms, or we can make different rooms by using that walls. And also these walls of the house protect us from outer injuries like or outer factors like wind, sunlight, storm. So protection is the main function of the walls of house. As like this, plasma membrane protects all the organelles which are present into the cell. One more thing, house has door. So what is the function of door? Yes, we can allow only some people to enter in our house and we unlock the door for the strangers. As like this, plasma membrane consists of small pores. These pores allow entry of useful substances inside the cell and they just not allow or the entry of harmful substances into the cell like our door. Means another function of plasma membrane is protection of the cell from outer harmful factors. As this select or allow the permission to useful substances only. It is called selectively permeable membrane, and these pores are so small, that's why they allow only small substances, few substances and also solvents like water to enter into the cell. That's why it is also called semi permeable membrane. I hope you understand all these points. So, what is plasma membrane? Plasma membrane is present in both animal and plant cell. It is on the exterior of the animal cells and on the interior to the cell wall in plant cell. It is thin and living. It is flexible. It is selectively permeable. Why it is selectively permeable? Because it allows only the entry of useful substances into the cell. It is made up of lipids, proteins and carbohydrates present in a small number. It holds the cellular content and controls the passage of material in and out of the cell. So, by using these points, we can write functions of a cell membrane. What are the functions? It gives shape and support to cell. It protects cell, protection of inner organs or inner cell organelles. It is selectively permeable membrane and it holds the cellular content and it controls the passage of materials in and out of the cell. I hope you all understand what is plasma membrane, what is its structure and what are the functions of plasma membrane. After that, we are going to study about cell wall. In my previous video lecture, we have discussed about that cell wall is present only in plant cells and it is absent in animal cell. So, along with plant cell, this cell wall is present in some bacterial cells and in some fungal cells also. So, what do you think? Why cell wall is only present in plant, fungal and bacterial cell? Why an animal cell doesn't have a cell wall? What do you think? Okay, to explain this, I will give you an example. Consider warm, nice evening and suddenly weather change, there is rain, lightning, thunder, then what will happen? All animals move here and there and they just find shelter. But what about plants? We all know plants are stationary, plants cannot move. They remains on their place as it is. In this case, the delicate cell membrane is not able to protect the cell. So, in such conditions, to protect the inner cell organelles or cell organelles which are present into the cell, one additional covering, one additional layer is there which we call cell wall. So, plant cell require cell wall for protection of a delicate cell membrane. Then what about fungal cell and bacterial cell? Why cell wall is present in fungal cell? Because fungal cells are also stationary, that is why for protection of their cell membrane, cell wall is present in fungal cell. And what about bacterial cell? Bacterial cells can move here and there, they are not stationary, but bacterial cells lives in unfavorable conditions, unfavorable environment. So, in that environment, this cell membrane is so delicate, it is not capable, or it is if only cell membrane is present in bacterial cell, then it cannot protect inner cell organelles. So, along with that cell membrane, one more covering is there, cell wall. So, I hope you will get all points why this plant, fungal and bacterial cells have cell wall and why animal cell not required cell wall, because animals can move here and there. So, that cell membrane is capable for protection of inner organs or inner organelles in the cell. Then how it is made up of, or by which substance these cell walls are made up? In plant cells, cell wall is made up of cellulose. In fungal cells, this cell wall is made up of particular substance which we call chitin. In bacterial cell, it is made up of peptidoglycan. Remember this. In plant cell wall is made up of cellulose. In bacteria, it is made up of bacterial cell, it is made up of peptidoglycan, and in fungal cells, this cell wall is made up of a particular substance, chitin. So it is a rigid, semi-transparent, non-living outermost covering of the cell. Why it is non-living? Because it is made up of particular molecules. It is very rigid. It gives shape and that rigidity to that cell. It is for protection of cell membrane. Cell membrane is living, but cell wall is non-living. Then it protects a cell from infection and mechanical damage. One more thing, cell membrane is selectively permeable membrane, means it allows only entry of useful substances. But cell wall is freely permeable membrane, means any substance, solid, liquid, gas can easily pass through this cell wall. That is why it is called freely permeable membrane. What is the structure of cell wall? It is rigid, semi-transparent, non-living. It is outermost covering of the cell which lies outside the plasma membrane of plant cell. It is also found in fungal cells and bacterial cells. It is mainly composed of cellulose in plant cell, by chitin in fungal cell and peptidoglycan in bacterial cell, and it is freely permeable. So functions of cell walls are, it provides rigidity and definite shape to cell, protection of cell from infection and mechanical damage, prevention of cell from drying, regulates osmotic pressure of the cell, allow the substances in solution to enter and exit the cell, and it helps for plasmolysis. So one more point is there, plasmolysis, which is related to cell wall, that I will explain. First, what are the means you will I hope you got all points, a plasma membrane and its function and cell wall and its function. So plasmolysis means what? Plasmolysis, if a plant cell is kept in a hypertonic solution, there are three types of solutions: hypertonic, isotonic and hypotonic, that we will discuss in my next video lecture. And also we are going to discuss diffusion, osmosis, three types of solutions in my next video lecture. So plasmolysis means what? If a plant cell is kept in a hypertonic solution, then the cytoplasm along with the cell membrane shrinks and it separates from the cell wall due to flow of water out of the cell. This shrinkage of protoplasm from the cell wall due to exoosmosis in a hypertonic solution is called plasmolysis. That we will discuss in our next lecture. But what is the function of cell wall? It helps for plasmolysis. Okay, I hope you got all points. So today we have discussed about cell wall and cell membrane, what is the structure of cell wall and cell membrane, and what are the functions of cell wall and cell membrane. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Thank you.